Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ya Rabbi lakal hamdu kama yambaghi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. Alhamdulillah. Allahumma rabbana lakal hamdu bima khalaqtana wa razaqtana wa hadaytana wa farrajta anna. Allahumma lakal hamdu bil iman wa lakal hamdu bil islam وَلَكَ الْحَمْدُ بِالْقُرْآنِ أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربي زدنا علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم إنا نسألك علما نافعا وعملا متقبلا ورزقا طيبا اللهم ثبتنا عند الموت بلا إله إلا الله آمين يا رب العالمين اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد. By the izn of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, lesson number 22 we are going to start, and inshallah last class we were talking about fail madi, and today we will see how attached pronoun can attach to fail, and there is something more like outside doer concept we are going to learn inshallah. So let's start. Okay, so last class we know that in Arabic there are two kinds of sentences, right? One is Jumla Ismiya and other is Jumla Fe'liya. Jumla Ismiya is what are the components of Jumla Ismiya? We need to be very clear on them, right? Because we are on sentences and we need to memorize all these components. So Jumla Ismiya has three components. What are they? Mubtada, which is always going to be in Rafa, and it is going to be Marfu, meaning it is going to be proper, and it is going to be Rafa in status. So this is the sign of being Mubtada. Then Khabar also going to be Rafa in status, but it should be common. But sometimes we will find a Khabar proper, and that is exception. And then we are going to have Mutallik bil Khabar. Something is giving us more about Khabar, more detail about Khabar, and that is basically MBK, right? In Jumla Ismiya, the same thing, Mutallik bil Khabar, like Jar Majroor fragment, we are calling them MBK, Jar Majroor and special Mudaf fragment or Zarf fragment, we can say, right? We call them MBK. Same MBK when it is going to be in Jumla Fe'liya, we are not going to call them MBK. Why? Because there is no Khabar in Jumla Fe'liya, right? Rather, there is action, there is fail. So we are going to call the same phrase that we were calling MBK, we are going to call them MBF, Mutallik bil Fail, because this is Jumla Fe'liya. Makes sense, right? So we cannot call them MBK over here. Why not? Because there is no Khabar. This is not Jumla Ismiya. This is Jumla Fe'liya, and Jumla Fe'liya is talking about fail. So we will say that this Jar Majroor fragment and Zarf fragment is going to be our MBF in Jumla Fe'liya. So we need to keep note of these two things. So what is the order in Jumla Ismiya? First, we are supposed to have the normal order is that we are going to have a Mubtada, then we need a Khabar, and then MBK would come. But we see that sometimes the order does not remain same, right? We will see Mubtada and then Mutallik bil Khabar and then Khabar comes. That can happen. And sometimes what's gonna happen, that Khabar is before Mubtada. We see all these examples. If you are not sure what I'm talking about, then this is basically the last two lessons, right? So we need to go back to these lessons. And then we also know in Jumla Ismiya Mubtada is must, but Khabar and Mutalik bil Khabar, they can, like one of them is good enough to complete our Jumla Ismiya. Okay, now we are going to talk about Jumla Failure. Jumla Failure, what are the components of Jumla Failure? Jumla Failure is going to have a fail, obviously, and then file. And we know that last class we were talking about when we say Nasara, we already have a file in it, right? What is the file in it? Huwa is in it. But sometimes, that is our today's lesson, sometimes we are going to have an outside doer. Okay, because not every time I'm gonna say, okay, just using the pronoun he helped, they helped, and I helped. Sometimes I need a name, right? I need to mention someone. So in that case, we need to bring outside doer. And inshallah, we are going to talk about it in detail. So basically, we are going to have a fail. Then we need a file, and then file could be inside or outside. Okay, so both are the possibilities. Then we need a maf'ul, and we need MBF. So these are the 4 components of Jumla Failure. Example is Nasara Zaidun. And again, the file, if in Jumla Failure you find something Rafa in status, then definitely or most probably it is the file of the fail, because nothing else is going to be Rafa in Jumla Failure. We see in Jumla Ismiya, we have Rafa, and then we have MBK. But in Jumla Failure, if you find something Rafa, then you need to know, okay, what is Rafa, what it is referring to. It most probably going to be the file of fail. Okay, this is one clue. And then Hamidan, then see that Hamidan is Nasab. And we learned the very first lessons that detail is going to be Nasab, right? So here we go, Hamidan is giving us more detail. So Nasara helped, he helped. Now who helped? Zaid helped, because I have outside doer in this case over here. So Zaid helped who? Hamidan. So that is, it is, that's why it is done. So this is maf'ul. And we are going to learn later that there are 5 kinds of maf'ul. Okay, so this is one of them. Fil masjidi. Now this is jar majroor fragment, and jar majroor fragment in Jumla Failure is going to call MBF, Mutalik bil fail, not MBK. We need to remember that. Okay, so moving on. Now we are going to talk about attached pronoun. Remember that when we were learning attached pronoun, we saw that they can attach to even an ism, right? What do we get when we have ism and attached pronoun? Always idafa fragment, right? So we need to remember that. So they can attach to ism, they can attach to a harf. The example is fihi or alayhi or alayhim, right? And in this case, this is jar majroor fragment. And now we are going to learn, alhamdulillah, by the izn of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, very important lesson, that these attached pronoun can attach to a fail. And in this case, I told you guys that it is always going to be what? Nasab in status, right? I told you that if attached pronoun get attached to an ism or a harf, it is always, the status of attached pronoun is always going to be jar. But it is going to be nasab if it get attached to a fail. So this is what we are going to learn today. So when a pronoun is attached to a fail, it is always in the nasab status because it is the detail of the fail. So we are going to call them maf'ul. And I can go one step ahead, and I would say that you are always going to call, as I said, that there are different kinds of maf'ul. So I'm gonna just drop over here that you are going to call it maf'ulun bihi. So this meme is for maf'ul, and then bihi you are going to say for this term. So whenever we have a fail, basically fail plus attached pronoun, we are always getting what? Maf'ulun bihi. This attached pronoun is always maf'ulun bihi. The attached pronoun is called damir muttasil. We know that, right? And now let's look at the step-by-step example to help us understand how to translate a fail with a damir muttasil attached pronoun. So look at this example over here. Nasarani. So when we see attached pronoun with a fail, so first we need to go through a process. So first of all, we are going to identify and ignore the attached pronoun ni. So let's say that it's not there. So first we need to translate our fail. So nasara means he helped, right? Now translate the attached pronoun by itself. What is ni mean? Me. Ni mean me, not my, right? We know when we are going to attach pronoun with an ism, right? Then we can translate it as a me. For example, if I say Rabbi, now Rab and this ya mutakallim, right? This attached pronoun. Now I can say my Rab. But when we are having attached pronoun, this ya one, ya mutakallim one, basically ana one, right? So when we have ana version of attached pronoun with the fail, then we are going to translate it as me. So he helped me. This is how we are going to translate it. And then I put all these with all these attached pronoun, this verb nasara. So just let you have a like feel of it, how it gonna look like. So nasarahu, how we are going to translate? Nasara, he helped. Now who, attached pronoun. So this is a detail. This is maf'ulun bihi. What is that? Maf'ulun bihi. So this maf'ulun bihi, how we are going to translate now? He helped him. So who over here is basically him. So he helped him. And now if I say nasara huma, I attach huma with it. So that would be he helped both of them. Nasarahum, he helped them. Right? So this is how it will keep going. Nasarani, we just did that. Nasarakunna. What would be Nasarakunna? He helped you all, ladies. This is Antunna, right? And then Nasarana, he helped us. Now we need to make sure when we were doing our last class, if we go to, let's do Nasara. Huwa Nasara, Huma Nasara, Hum Nasaru, Hiya Nasarat, Huma Nasarata, Hunna Naswarna, with short noon, Naswarna. Anta Naswarta, Antuma Nasartuma, Antum Nasartum, Anti Nasarti, Antuma Nasartuma, Antunna Nasartuna, Ana Nasartu, Nahnu Naswarna. And now what's the difference between Naswarna and this one over here? Do you guys see the difference? just one haraka, and it is going to make a big difference. So we need to be aware of it, what we are doing, what we are saying. So nasar na mean we helped. So we have we over here, and this is inside pronoun, we helped. But over here we are not saying we helped, but we are saying he helped us. He helped us, because this na is attached pronoun. See the difference? Everyone is clear? Okay, moving on. Let's see some more examples over here. So Nasara, he helped, right? Nasaraha, what would be the translation? He helped her, right? He helped her. If I say Nasar tu, what's the translation? This tu is telling me, what is this tu telling me? That inside pronoun is ana, right?
He helped me.
No, why he? Nasar tu. What is Nasar tu?
I
helped. So Nasar tu is I helped, and then I attached who with it. So what would be the translation?
I helped him. I helped
I
him.
helped him. I helped him. All right. Okay. Naswarat. What's the translation?
She helped.
He helped.
She helped.
She helped. Okay. Ta with spoon. Sarish, can you tell me 4 tas that I mentioned last class? How they are different? Do you remember? Or anyone else want to tell me? 4 tas.
Can I
Can I say?
Yeah, go ahead.
So the first one is Nasarta.
Okay, so sorry, we like your voice was not clear. Say it again, please.
The second one is Nasarta with the alif.
What was the first one? Sarish, your voice is not good. Can I ask someone else to say it?
I can say it, inshallah.
Okay, go. Yeah.
So the first, there are 4 different tas. The first ta is with the sukoon, and that is for hiya. That is means she. The second ta is with for anta,
Very
with
good.
a fatha on it, and it's
Very
for
good.
masculine, and it means you. The third ta is with a kasra, and it means you, and that's for feminine, anti. And the last ta is ta with a dhamma. It means I, and it's referring to ana.
Very good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah Rajan.
Love you. Love you. Okay.
Love you too.
So now Naswarat, we see ta with spoon. So that is our here, right? So here is inside. She helped. That's why we are going to translate. And now if I attach pronoun ni with it, so what should be the translation? She helped me. She helped me. Where is ni coming from? This ni. Then we have allamna. What does allamna mean?
Nahnu.
Nahnu. This na is telling me, and how we are going to figure it out, because I just said that sometimes it's gonna be allamana with fatha. It's not spoon, it's fatha. Allamana. So allamana would be
He helped.
very good. He taught us.
He taught
us. But when I say allamna, then it is we taught. See the difference? So it's a big difference. So we need to be aware of it. Now allamna is nahnu inside. And now allamna kunna. How are we gonna translate?
We thought all of you.
Kunna is what?
all
all
of
ladies.
all
All
of
of you
you,
females,
Ladies.
all of you, all of you
ladies.
ladies.
And ladies, right? So how are we gonna translate? We taught all of you ladies, right? So this is allamna kunna, allamna kunna. Okay, then we have allamtuma. What's the inside pronoun here?
Antuma.
Antuma, very good. So allamtuma huma. Now, how are we gonna translate that?
Both of
Both
You
of
taught
you
both of you.
taught
both of them.
Both of them. So both of you taught both of them. So there are two people, right? And then on the other side, there are two people, and these two people taught the other two,
Hmm.
right? So both of you taught both of them. Okay, then allamtum.
Antum.
Allamtum is antum, very good.
Antum.
And now allamtumuna. Now what happened over here? Did we discuss last class? No, I don't think so. Okay, what's gonna happen when we are on antum? When we are where? On antum pronoun. So for example, if I have antum for nasara would be nasartum, right? So nasartum. And now I have to attach a pronoun with it. Attach pronoun at antum. Then we need to make something just for the smoothness, to make it more fluent. What gonna happen? I'm not gonna say nasar tum na, because what is happening? I have to stop on tum, and then I have to lift my tongue up again. Nasar tum na. But if I say nasar tumuna, then my tongue, where was it on mu? I just from there I took na. It is more smoother, right? It is more fluent. So this is what Arabs did over here, that whenever we are on antum, then we need to add a wow over here, and this wow is nothing. It's not any grammar or anything over here, just for the fluency. So as the same thing over here happened. Basically, it was allamtum, and then we added wow over here, allamtumu, and then na, allamtumuna. Okay, and that is going to happen always when we are on antum and we are attaching any pronoun. It's not only na. If I want to say who, the same thing gonna happen. Allamtumuhu, allamtumuha, allamtumuna, allamtumuka, allamtumukum. Is everyone clear on it?
yes,
sense?
alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes, go ahead,
Ma'am,
please.
for whom we use fa'alu nasaru. So you are saying that allam to move. So can we mistakenly taken it as a whom?
What do you
Allam
mean?
to move or fa'alu? For whom now we are using fa'alu nasaru, and this is also allam to move. My question is that allam to move, we can for whom, what would we do? Like allam to move can be used for whom, it's showing na the whom attached pronoun for alam to move with alif at the end, alif and waw sakin after that. Do you understand what I'm asking? My question is
No,
that
no,
for
I'm not getting
whom,
it. Okay, are you talking about hua pronoun?
yes, huwa, huma, whom, for whom we use na fa'alu like nasaru.
Okay, so you are saying fa'ala. Okay, and
Yeah,
then we
fa'al.
are going to attach pronoun.
Like that is for independent pronouns like fa'alu. It means that for fa'alu, for independent pronoun, so we say hum fa'alu.
That is independent pronoun. Hum, fa'alu.
Okay, okay, ठीक है. Thank you so much.
I
Nahi,
didn't
like
get your question.
Nasaru,
Hmm.
when we were talking about independent pronouns, na, like huwa, huma, hum, so we say Nasara is
You
huwa.
can speak in Urdu. What do you, maybe that can explain better. So say in Urdu if you are comfortable in Urdu.
Now I got your point, na. That was for independent pronouns, not for attached. I
Oh.
was asking a wrong thing, na.
Okay,
ठीक है,
okay,
ठीक है.
okay.
That is
Oh.
faal. Nasaru is for independent pronoun, na? Like whom, then we say na whom nasaru. So
Mhm.
there we use also nasaru, na. तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि वो मैं उससे कंफ्यूज कर रही थी because कि that is for
नहीं,
independent
attached
pronoun. जब
pronoun,
समझ आ गई मैं क्वेश्चन
attached
सॉरी.
pronoun always go after, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
for independent pronouns, we were using faalu like nasaru. तो मेरा था अल्लम तुमु then अगर हमने independent उसको कहना है then hum अल्लामु होगा ना. अल्लम अल्लाह अल्लामु अल्लामु जो भी यूज करेंगे. तो फिर हम उसके लिए hum.
Sorry, I just wanted to interrupt because this is alam tuhu, so you won't see ta then there. If you are using the whom attached pronoun, there won't be ta. This is
Yeah.
for anta, antum, antum. So don't get confused
For
there.
example, we have allama, right? This is
Yeah,
huwa
no, her
version.
question, Sister
And-
Rahat, I got it. She means that like Nasaru is whom, right? So she's saying like there you add Nasaru, wow and alif. So here also alam tu mu. So
Mhm.
wow is there and alif. So she was getting confused, but there is a difference. Here it is alam ta mu.
Yeah, it
So
is
I think
yeah.
ta she should see because ta wherever she's seeing, then it is coming for anta antum antum,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
huwa huma hum.
Okay,
Okay.
alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay, alhamdulillah. Okay. So moving on, next one is qalu. So what is the pronoun here? What is the pronoun?
Whom.
Okay, do not get confused with this alif. Okay, because we said that this alif can be the sign of musanna, right?
Mhm.
So, but over here, before you jump to the conclusion that this is musanna, you need to go back and see what is the letter before it. If it is waw, then most probably, I told you that this alif is added just to let you know that this is a fail
Mhm.
in Quran Pak. Okay, so this alif is not musanna, rather this waw is telling us that this is whom.
Yeah.
Right, this waw is basically the file, and the attached pronoun, the pronoun inside is whom basically over here. So qalu, that's why we're gonna say they said. Now, if I say qaluhu, so they said it, or they said, but if we wanna say they said to him, then we need to add lam over here, right? So over here, the right translation would be they said it. So we are referring to something he said. And then it is basically this who is mafulun bihi, right? Okay, next one, akhasti. So we have another ta. What kind of ta? It has kasra over here. So what's the pronoun
Anti.
inside?
Auntie.
So akhasti mean you took. So this you lady took. And now if I say akhasti he, what pronoun I have attached? He.
He.
And why he? Why not who?
Because it's feminine.
It has too much.
Because there was kasra over here, right? To just make it fluent. Akhasti who would be like weird. Ihu or EU sound in Arabic are not liked. Arabs didn't like this EU sounds, right? So that's why just for the fluency, we are taking the jar version over here, basically. Remember, we have who has two version. What are they? one is who or other one is he.
He.
When there is no problem, there is no kasra before this pronoun. Sorry, when there is a kasra before this pronoun, then we are going to take this kasra version. And that is what happened over here, just for the fluency. No grammar involved here, okay? So that would be akhaztihi. So because the anti has ti, and because of that, we are using the kasra version of who over here. So that would be akhaztihi. So you took it. You took it. Okay, now next one, wajadna. Wajadna, what's pronoun is inside? Spoon and noon?
No.
No, sorry.
Okay, we have spoon noon, two like version of
Nahnu.
it, right?
Hunna? Hunna?
Hunna. See,
Hunna.
you guys are getting confused with nahnu and
Hunna.
with hunna. How we can differentiate them? They're gonna look like same.
If,
Just we need
nah-
to see that, okay, with noon, if we have alif, then it is nahnu. And if it is a short noon, no alif over beside it, then this is
Hunna.
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 Clear?
Yes.
So we should be very clear on it. We cannot confuse these two, otherwise it is gonna make a big difference in our translation. We're gonna mess up big time, right? So please be careful of these things. Then we have, if we are attaching attached pronoun na with it, that would be wajad nana. Wajad nana. So wajad na, and then I attach na with it, and it become wajad nana. Mean they, these ladies, the feminine hunna, found us. These lady found us, ladies. Okay, then we have faqattunna. Now this fa is extra. Okay, this is ataf, and qaf, dal, and no, actually, this is that should be fa, qaf, and dal. Nasartunna. Yeah. So this is the part of the root. Fa, qaf, and dal are the root letter over here. Fa, qaf, and dal. Its Hua version would be faqada. And faqada mean he lost. And now we have tunna. These are all ladies, and tunna,
Yes. Uh-huh.
right? So faqatunna,
Hunna.
you all ladies lost. And now if I add huma with it, faqatunna huma. So you all ladies lost both of them, huma.
Both of them.
I know it's not very easy to grasp, but it's not impossible either, right? Because we just started fair last class, and I know there is lot to learn, lot to memorize, lot to remember, but there is no shortcut to it. We have to do it. We have to go through this process. Okay, so if you are not clear what we are doing over here, you need to watch the recording as many times as you get it 100%. Because if you are lost in fail, if you are weak in fail, then you're gonna remain weak forever, forever, forever. And fail is so important in Quran Pak. You will not find any ayah without a fail, right? So that's why it is really important, and we need to work hard to grab this concept. Okay, moving on. Another concept, and Alhamdulillah, it's not going to be very tough. The outside door that I was talking about. We have, when we do all these Nasara conjugation, we see that all these 14 conjugation that we did, they have a pronoun inside it. It's inbuilt, it's there, right? Some are showing, for example, Nasara, there is no sign that hua is in there, but we are just making it a marker that in Madi, when we have last letter with the fatha, then basically this is hua version. But there is no file of it. For example, when I'm saying that, when we say, for example, I'm just gonna take Nasara. So Nasara, we are saying hua is in there, and how I'm taking this hua because I'm saying that this last letter has fatha on it, and this is past tense. Present tense is going to be look different, okay? So this is hua version. But when I say Naswara, I added this alif, and basically this alif is the file. This alif is the file, and this alif is standing for huma, right? So this is the file. So I'm saying that both of them helped. But in Nasara, we don't have any sign of having any who's telling me that hua is over there. So that's why when we have Nasara, two version, Nasara or Naswarat, or I should say rather hua and hiya, basically. So when we have hua and hiya version of any fail, then sometimes we can expect an outside doer. Okay, so let's read through, and inshallah I would explain. The fail is the doer of the action, and there are two types of fail. Sorry, the fa'il is the doer of the action. Fail is action, and fa'il mean the one who does the action. Okay, so fail mean action, and fa'il mean the one who does the action. So the fa'il is the doer of the action, and there are two types of fa'il. And inside fa'il, the mir mustatir mean hidden. So there is hidden fa'il in it. For example, when I say Nasara, I'm saying that hidden fa'il is in there. And when I say Nasara, this alif is basically is hidden fa'il in here, right? So this is built-in pronoun that every fail contains inside fa'il. Then we are sometimes going to have outside fa'il. This type of fa'il is used when the doer is someone or something other than a pronoun. Because I said that not every time we're gonna use a pronoun. He helped, they helped, I helped. Sometimes we need to mention names, right? So when we have to mention names, then we need to have an outside doer. And what are the rules for outside doer? It must come after the fail. So if I say Zaidun Nasara, sorry. Okay, let me say another way. If I say, the example is over here, Nasara Zaidun, right? So after Nasara is hua. When we have hua or hiya, we can look for outside doer, and this outside doer should be after the fail, not right after, but after the fail, and it should be rafa in status. So these are the two conditions. It should be marfu, and it should be after the fail, and we should have hua and hiya version, and the fail will match the file in gender only. Number doesn't matter. So other properties, we don't have to worry about it. Just we need to make sure that if there is hua, then I'm gonna use the Hua version, masculine person should be over there, obviously. And if I wanna have outside doer, the feminine one, then I'm gonna use the Hiya version of it. I'm gonna explain you. So when I say Nasara Zaidun, so Nasara, what is the pronoun inside? Hua.
Hua.
Is there possibility that I can have outside doer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And this outside doer should be Rafa in status. And I find Zaidun Rafa in status. So that means this is my file. Basically, the file of Nasara is Hua. And now I'm not going to say he helped. Rather, I'm going to say Zaid helped. Because basically now this Hua's job is cancelled. And now the Zaid is basically is the file, and I'm going to translate Zaid helped. And in for if I want to use the feminine version, so I want to say that a Muslim lady said. So now Muslimatun is Muslim lady, right? And then I'm not going to use the Qala version because Qala basically is Hua, right? So I need to use the feminine version, and I'm going to say Qalat Muslimatun. The Muslim lady said, a Muslim lady said. And even look at the second example. Qalat. Now Qalat, what is the pronoun in it? Here.
Yeah.
Can I look for outside doer?
Yes.
Yes. And now Muslimatani. Is Muslimatani Rafa?
Yes, can be.
Yes.
Yes.
Can be.
Yeah,
No,
yes,
it is.
it's a
Muslimatani, Muslimataini, Muslimataini, right? Muslimatani is Rafa version.
Rafa.
And now is that Muslimatani? How many Muslimatan over here?
2.
Two. Dual.
So here is 1. But Muslimatani is 2. So basically what I'm trying to say that this Hua and Hiya is supposed to match only in gender. Number does not matter. Okay. So we are going to say 2 Muslim women said. 2 Muslim women said. So just I'm looking for that. Okay, if I'm having ladies, this is Muslimatun, then I'm gonna use the Hiya version. Okay. Now next one, Qalat Muslimatun. Qalat, what pronoun is in Qalat?
here.
Here. So can we look for outside doer? Yes.
Yes.
Right. And now Muslimatun.
Yes.
Outside doer should be Rafa in status. Is it?
Yes.
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 Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin. Right. So this is Rafa in status. So now how I'm going to translate? Now this is my file. This is the file for Qalat. So all these Muslim ladies said. Number matter over here?
No.
Qalat was here, and now Muslimatin is plural. So this is singular and this is plural. So what matter only? Gender.
Gender.
Only gender. Okay, nothing else. Now, Qala Muslimun.
Hua.
What pronoun Qala has? Hua.
Hua.
Can I look for outside doer?
Yes.
Yes.
Is Muslimun Rafa?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it
Yes.
qualify for file?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So how are we going to translate now?
Call
Muslim.
Muslim said.
A Muslim man said, we can say, right? A Muslim man said. Then Qala Muslimani. Again, Qala is Hua. I can look for outside doer, and Muslimani is Rafa. So this is perfect as a file. And now I'm going to say 2 Muslim men said.
Said.
Qala Muslimuna. You will see in Quran Pak a lot that is happening. So qala muslimuna. Muslimuna is rafa right after the fail. And again, sorry, it shouldn't be always right after the fail. It can be far away, but we are going to look for an ism which is rafa in status in Jumla Failia to find out it could be fail. As I said, that could be the only thing rafa in status in Jumla Failia, which is going to be the file of the fail, because there is no other reason for any ism to be in Jumla Failia. Other are going to be all details. Okay, everyone is clear on it? So
Yes,
qala
alhamdulillah.
all Muslims man said. And then we have more example over here with Nasara Muslimu, Nasaral Muslimu. We can use the proper ism too. So Nasaral Muslimu, the Muslim helped. Nasaral Muslimani, the two Muslims helped. Nasaral Muslimuna, the Muslims helped.
Muslims help.
Nasarat Muslimatu, the Muslim lady helped. Nasarat Muslimatani, two Muslim ladies helped. Nasaratil. Basically, when we are going to join, this ta is going to take kasra. Nasaratil Muslimatu. So we need to be aware of that one too. We are not going to take this nasarati as a anti. What would be anti version? That would be nasarti, not nasarati. See a slight difference, subhanallah. Right? So how careful we should be. So this is how it's going to sometimes look like, because it is going to join the next word, right? So that would be Nasaratil Muslimatu, the Muslims ladies helped. So I'm hoping these things are making sense to you guys. Now let's see the Quranic example. Ja'a. Ja'a is fail. So Ja'a mean he came. Ja'a, as I said, that we can look at the last letter. I'm already telling you that this is a fail, right? So you shouldn't be confused on that. So Ja'a is fail, and when I say this is a fail, then I can see that on Hamza, on the last letter, it has Fatha, which is telling me that this is the Huwa version in the past tense, right? So Ja'a, how are we gonna translate? He came. He came. Now, what is ka over here?
Attached pronoun.
Attached pronoun.
Attached pronoun. So what should be the status of this attached pronoun?
Nasab.
Nasab.
Nasab. And what we are going to call it?
Maful.
Maf'ul. So ja'aka, you can see ja'a is fail madi over here, past tense in the huwa form. Okay. Then ka is basically maf'ul, and I'm gonna add one more thing, maf'ul
Bihi.
bihi.
He.
Okay, so attached pronoun with the fail, always maf'ul bihi. Attached pronoun with the fail, always maf'ul bihi. And then al munafiquna. Now, what do you say about al munafiquna? This is Rafa version. This is Rafa, right? Muslimuna. And what this Rafa is doing in Jumla Failia?
The door, outside door.
Outside door, because I know that Ja'a was Huwa. Right? Ja'a is Huwa. Then when we have Huwa, then we can look for outside door. And this al munafiquna is Rafa inversion, and it is after the fail. So basically, this is the file of Ja'a. If I say al munafiquna, al munafi, or I just say al munafiqun, al-munafiqu, and then I say ja'a. How are we going to translate them? Can I say that this al-munafiq is file of ja'a?
No.
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 Doesn't matter.
No. So basically, the translation would be the munafiq, he came. So the munafiq, the hypocrite, he came. So basically, this is not a file of ja'a, but basically it is emphasizing it, that this one has huwa and this one has huwa. Right? So basically this is emphasized, and we can see that happening in Quran Pak. Right? So but file for the fail, we should know that it is always going to be after it, not before. Okay? Everyone is clear on this part? How we are going to label it?
Yes. Yes,
It's fun.
Alhamdulillah.
It is fun, right? I love
Yes.
Al-munafiqu ja'a, is this a jumla failure?
Obviously, because ja is fail, isn't it?
Yes.
No, munafiqun is
It
noun,
starts.
no?
No,
Yes,
but we need to
Starts
look
with
at the
noun.
starting of the sentence, not in the middle. In the middle, you're gonna have so many isms. So you're gonna say, okay, every jumla failure is basically ismiya. We need to just look the beginning, how the sentence is starting. Doesn't matter after we have all isms. It's not gonna make it to jumla ismiya to it. We need to look at the beginning. Okay. So if
Yes.
we are, if the sentence is starting with ism, then it is jumla ismiya. But if the sentence is starting with the fail, then this is jumla failure basically. Okay, so now let's do some more practice over here for outside doer. Now you guys are going to do it, okay? I'm speaking so loud and now. Oh. Okay, next one.
I can do one.
Waqala rasulu.
I can do one, inshallah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wa is harfu ataf. Qala, he said. So qala is the fail. Ar-rasulu, he's, and the Rasul said.
Very good, because this Rasul, we have Qala is Huwa version, right?
Yes.
And when we
Yes.
have Huwa, we can look for outside doer, and this Rasulu
Is
Rafa
Rafa,
status,
and it's
yeah.
matching with the qala, and so
Matching
it's
in what? Matching in what?
in gender.
Gender only, okay? So we are
Yes.
going to just worry about gender, nothing else. Okay, so
Yeah,
this
so
is how we're
it's-
gonna say Waqala Rasulu, the
it's-
Rasul said.
And it's MBF. Rasulu is MBF.
No,
No, it's the outside
we are
doer.
saying Rasulu is outside doer. How he
Yeah,
can be-
outside. Sorry, outside doer. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the outside doer. This is the fire. वो कबाब खाते खाते मुंह में हड्डी आ गई है.
Sorry.
So basically, our Rasulu is the file over here. Okay, Mafulun bihi is supposed to be nasab in status, and inshallah, we might have example over here. Okay, next one. Qala Ibrahimu. It's very similar example.
Qala is a fi'l.
Fail Madi. So we can say fail Madi. And what is the file?
Ibrahim.
Yeah, okay. But when we are looking, we're gonna say, okay, this is Hua version, okay? So failun Madin, Hua is the version. And Ibrahimu, since this is after and Rafa, so this is the outside doer, this is the file. Right? So how we're gonna translate? We're gonna say Ibrahim said. Now this Hua, which was in Kala, that is his job is terminated. It's no longer we're gonna say he said. Rather, we're gonna say Ibrahim said. Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. Okay, next one. Dakhalat ummatun.
I can do
Yeah.
it.
Go ahead.
Dakhalat is Hiya version,
Hmm?
and Ummatun is Rafa, so it's a file.
Very good. How are we gonna translate?
She entered.
No,
Ummatun.
umma. No, umma.
Ummatun is
So now he is done. We cannot say here now
okay.
because ummatun has taken its job.
Ummatun is like nation.
umma is umma, nation.
Nation.
So a
Nation
nation entered.
entered.
A nation entered.
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Okay, now next one. Aflahal mu'minuna. We need to be quick. We are running out of time.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Afla.
Hmm?
Aflaha is
Hmm.
first we're gonna see the fail if it's a hua or hiya version. So
Hmm.
aflaha it looks like a hua version.
Hmm? Because
So,
how do you know this is Hua version?
uh,
The last letter in Madi, you're gonna have Fatha.
fatha. Okay.
Okay, so
So-
that is basically a marker to know that Hua is version in it. Yes.
Okay. Now we're gonna look for the outside doer if there is an outside doer. So al mu'minuna is coming after the fail. That's
Mhm.
condition fulfilled, and then it matches
Is it
in
Rafa
gender as
Muslim
well. And it
Muslimuna
is in
is
Rafa status, yeah.
yeah, Mu'minuna is like
Muslimuna
Muslimuna. Mhm.
is parallel to Muslimuna, like so it is
Mhm.
in Rafa status.
Mhm.
And then also it matches within the gender as well.
Yeah, it's matching in gender. Perfect. And how are we gonna translate now? Aflaha
What-
means successful.
So the believers succeeded.
Yeah, the believers got success, or they are made. Aflaha basically over here, this is Aslama family, which we are going to learn inshallah in Surf. So basically they are made successful. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made them successful. So believers have become successful, we can say that.
Okay.
Okay, now Aman and Nasu are made successful. Believers are made successful, something like that, because
Mhm.
this is give the meaning of making something. Someone is doing it.
Right.
Okay, next one, number 5, razaqnahum. Razaqnahum. So let's get home first. So razaqna.
Razaqna. Can I do Nahanu?
Nahnu. Very good. So this is Nahnu. How are we gonna translate then?
We give them risk.
We gave them.
We
give them
provide
risk.
them.
We gave them.
We provided them.
Yeah,
We
we provided them.
We provided them. Okay. And how we gonna label it? Razaqna. So we're gonna say fail madi. Okay,
Fa'il ana.
past tense if you wanna
Failu
do it
nahnu.
in
Nahnu.
very good. Failuhu
Nahnu.
nahnu. And what is this whom doing here?
Attached pronoun.
Maful bihi.
Attached pronoun.
Mafulun bihi.
bihi. Very
bihi.
good. So this is how we're going to label it. So failun madin, failuhu nahnu, and whom is attached pronoun, which is mafulun bihi. Perfect. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Qala rajulani.
Outside door. Kala as huwa.
So kala is huwa, and then rajulani is
in
rajulani
Rafa state.
Rafa?
As
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rafa, yes.
Muslimani.
Two
Yeah,
men.
dual.
Yeah, so
It's
two,
dual.
very good. So 2 men said.
Yeah.
2 men said. Very good. Okay, next one. Amanan nasu. So amana. So let's see amana. What do you think? What version is in it?
It's
Huwa.
Huwa, and then annasu.
Is in Rafa state.
Rafa.
Stat.
Rafa.
So
Is
how are we gonna say translate?
The people believe.
Very good. The people believed.
The people believed.
The people believed. Past tense, right?
Yeah.
The people believed. Okay. Qala rabbuka.
Outside
Allah
door.
Huwa.
Huwa.
Rabbu is Rafa.
Rafa. And
With Rafa
Ka is
stat.
Very
maf'ulun
good.
bihi.
Ka is
Ka is
attached
attached.
pronoun.
How
Maf'ulun
are we
bihi.
gonna translate it?
Your Rab said.
Your Lord said.
Very good. Very
Sure.
good. Okay. So qala is we're gonna say fail madi. File is huwa.
Huwa.
Okay. We need to make this habit. This is how we're gonna label it. So failun madin. Filuhu
Huwa.
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 Okay, and now actually file is rabbuka, right? But
Oh, Rabbuka, yes. Yes.
so in this sense, when we have that situation, we can skip filuhu. We don't have to say that file is huwa because its job is going to be cancelled. So failun madin and or just say huwa with it. Failun madin, huwa is the version, and then rabbuka is basically the file, right? Outside doer. And now rabbuka is not one word, so we need to further dissect it. What is rabbuka?
Rabbuka.
Rabbu and Ka.
Rabbu plus
Mudaf,
attached.
mudaf ilayhi.
Idafa fragment. So
Idafa.
see, idafa fragment is coming as a file. See, so this is mudaf ilayhi. We need to see all these tiny things and we need to describe them. That is going to be fun, inshallah. Next one. Kazabat sumudul mursalina.
Kadhabat is here.
Hmm,
And Thamudu is in Rafa stated, so it's a file.
very good.
And Mursaleen is Samudul Mursaleen is this
Hmm?
is
Mursalina is what status? What does it look like?
Nasab.
Nasab. So if it is
Hmm,
nasab
yeah.
in jumla failure, then what is
It's a
that?
maful bihi.
Maful. Maful, okay?
Yeah.
So now kazabat, we're gonna say failun madin, file is here, and samudu is the file, right? This is the outside doer. So how are we gonna translate now? Samud, which is a nation. So Samud, the nation of Samud, kazabat, they rejected. They rejected what? Who do they
Messengers.
rejected? Messengers.
Message.
Mursaleen. Okay, so
Messengers.
Mursaleen is basically mafulun bihi over here. When we get a answer of who did that or what, when we know that this maful, I'm saying there are 5 kinds of maful. So for mafulun bihi, just remember one thing: when we get the answer of who or what, then this is mafulun bihi. Over here, the nation of Samud rejected who? Mursaleen,
Messengers.
right? So Mursaleen, that's why we are saying this is mafulun bihi. Okay, now next one. Shahida, shahidun. So shahida mean being witness. He witnesses, witnessed. Shahidun. And shahidun, we can see that this is rafa in status. So basically this is the file of shahida. So shahidun means the one who witnessed. So the witness, the witnesser witnessed basically. The shahidun, how are we going to translate in English? It's not the one who witnessed, right? Just say the one who witnessed. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, we are.
Okay, okay. Now next one. Sadaqal mursaluna. What is sadaqa? Sadaqa mean like he confirmed. So now al mursaluna, what do you think?
It's in Rafa stated. Sadaqa is
Yeah.
he huwa.
Yeah, so this is basically the file
Pele
of
mazi
sadaqa.
failu huwa.
Huwa, and then al mursaluna is the outside doer. So we're gonna say the mursalun, the one who were being sent, right? Basically the Rasul, they confirmed. They
Sadaqa is
confirmed.
truth. Like
No, sadaka over here, yeah, it also come in the meaning of confirming someone. Musaddiq al-lima bayna yadayhi, right?
Yeah.
So it says in Quran Pak that whatever you already have, this Quran
It's confirmed.
confirmed that. Yeah. Okay, next one is amanat bihi banu Israila. So what is amanat?
Amanat is
Here version, right?
Yeah.
So this is here version, and then bihi
is
like by
Garment.
amanat means she believed bihi by it or with it banu Israila. What is banu Israel?
Children of Israel.
Yeah, so what do you think? What is the status look like? Banu Israel.
Banu Israel.
It's
Outside.
Rafa status Banu.
Banu is telling us that this is Rafa, and basically it
Rafa,
was
yeah.
Banuna.
Banuna.
Banuna Israela, but this is why it is noon is removed.
Make it light.
Because
Why?
it's Mudaf, it's in light.
Very good. Mudaf
it's,
mudaf ilayhi.
Mm,
Okay. So basically this mudaf mudaf ilayhi is the outside doer. This is the file of amanat.
Yeah.
Okay, because nations are
I cannot hear you, Sister Rahat.
Yeah. I think she got muted.
Yeah. Something must be wrong again.
Sister Rahat, we cannot hear you.
Let's try to text her.
Sister Rahat, we cannot hear you.
yeah, sorry. I
Oh,
don't
sorry.
know what
It's okay. I just
all
sent
this.
you a message.
Okay, I don't know why does that happen. Okay, now I need to share the screen again.
It's
You can
still
see the
screen.
screen.
We are able to see the
We
screen.
are
We are
Oh,
able to see
really?
the screen. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it
Okay.
just
just
went. This
Okay, that's good then. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Okay, so now Wa'ada Rahmanu. So now Rahman promised, right? Because we can see that Rahman is the outside doer over here. Qama Abdullahi. No, Qama mean stood up. He stood up. And then Abdu is the outside doer, and then Abdu. Why it's not Abdun? Abdullahi, basically Dafa fragment, right? So the whole thing is the file outside doer for Qama. So Qama Abdullahi, the Abd of Allah stood up. This is Surah Jinn, when Prophet ﷺ stood up to pray, and these jinn, a team, like the group of jinn were there listening to Quran Pak, and they become Muslim, subhanallah. Then we have Ja'atuhum Rusuluhum. So Ja'at, I can see that this is here, right?
Yes.
Ja'at. And then hum is basically maf'ul bihi over here, because with the fail, when we have attached pronoun, always maf'ulun bihi. And then rusuluhum, right? Their rasul, again this is idafa fragment, right? So, and this is the whole thing, rusuluhum is the outside doer for ja'at. Why here version is used over here for rasul? Because
Jama.
this is,
Broken
yeah,
plural.
this is broken plural. Very good. It's not rasul, rather it is rusulun. So that's why here version is used over here. So their rasul, their messenger came to them.
कड़ी में लगाई थी?
Okay, next. Qala lahum Musa. So qala, again, this is huwa version. Lahum is jar majroor, which is going to be what? What label it is going to get?
MBF.
MBF, very
MBF.
good.
The negative
Very good,
fail.
MBF. And then Musa, even though it's not showing us that this is Rafa, but otherwise it is not going to make sense. He said for them, Musa. Or if I say Musa said to them, what is making more sense?
Musa said to them.
Right?
Musa
That make more sense. So that's why even though Musa is not showing that this is Rafa, but we know that it is not going to show us,
Acceptable.
but this is Rafa, this is outside doer. So Musa told them, or Musa said to them. And then we have Sa'alu, Musa, same thing. No, sorry, not same thing, Sa'alu, right? This is whom version. Can we look for our outside doer over here?
No.
Inside
No.
doer.
So how are we going to translate now? Sa'ala means he asked, or Sa'alu, they asked.
They asked Musa.
And what status is Musa going to be here?
Maful.
Very good, subhanallah, maful bihi. They asked who? They asked
They
Musa
asked
alayhi salam. So we are getting the answer of who, and now who is always going to be mafulun bihi. Now, وَكَذَّبَ بِهِ قَوْمُكَ. So, وَكَذَّبَ, what version?
Huwa version.
Huwa version. And bihi, what is bihi?
MBF
MBF. And what is qawmuka?
is idafa fragment.
Very good, outside doer. So, who rejected? Qawmuka, your nation rejected it. I'm not going to translate B, because basically this kazzaba is married with the with this harf B, and sometimes we are not able to translate in English. So your nation rejected it. Rejected with it doesn't make sense, right? So your nation rejected it. So it's okay sometimes if we are not able to translate these harfu jar, because basically kazzaba is married with this ba over here. It is going to be here always, but sometimes we are not able to translate. Okay, so that was all, inshallah. And now let me see, what do we have homework, even though I planned some more, but we did a good enough practice, and inshallah you guys are going to take care of this practice by yourself. And then this is basically already done for you guys, so you can look at these examples, and we did many of them already similar. And over here I was dying to show you guys gems, but maybe another day, inshallah, we will do that. And then this is the homework. The first example is done for you guys, and the next you guys are going to do in the same manner that is shown in the example. Okay, so this is your homework. Okay, so with that, inshallah, we can end our class. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Quran al-Hakim wa nafani wa iyyakum bi ayati wa zikril hakim. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.